he's feeling too hot, it's me. I grab one too, my elbow so use it to warm my freezing heart. And on cold sweat pushes me now. Oh, I just wanna live sweet. The concrete towns all same day. To a far distant star, as the moon I fly away. All I say will be true. We're no cages of ours, a volume of...
Hey there guys, Darkman here, welcome back to Bleach Chapter 676 review. Horn of Salvation, not Blood of Salvation, that sounds cooler though. And isn't that, the Horn of Salvation, like that one thing from like Greek or Roman mythology? Yeah, I think it is. Chances are I'm probably wrong. So the chapter starts off like back with like, well, it's just like Ichigo like right after the explosion happened, and he's just kind of like standing there like looking over at Yuha, or even just kind of standing behind him, just kind of like starting at like PTSD flashbacks. Oh god, 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 oh god. Kurosaki-kun? But Ichigo's just kind of like, yo, hi, like what, he's pretty much kind of says like, relax, Orihime, I'm in control this time. This time it's still me, I'm not going insane. And like, Orihime like flashbacks to like, the other times like Ichigo lost control as a hollow, which pretty much is like his Vesta Lorde time. But then the other picture it shows to use like when Ichigo was fighting Byakuya and he went hollow, which I kind of thought was weird because she wasn't there. And she's never really been there when he's lost control as a hollow. So, she should all be remembering the Vesta Lorde moment, unless I'm wrong. I don't think so. And Yuha just kind of says like, oh, you look a lot like a hollow now. Is this like what happens when your power melts together? And Ichigo says, yeah, it is. The Quincy powers I inherited from my mother, or old man Zangetsu, and the Shinigami powers I inherited from my father, the hollow within me, which when because like, some people may get confused because he technically got the hollow from Misaki because she was the one that was bit, but it is like, the thing that melded together with his Shinigami powers that he got from his dad, so that's probably why he's counting it as the hollow powers he got from his dad. And he goes on to explain like, well, constantly at odds with each other, those two have finally found balance, and as Zangetsu I reforged these two swords. If they remain under control, the balance between them is maintained. Then it stands to reason that they should come forth, or that the balance is destroyed. So pretty much what he's saying is that while they're in balance, it gives him his human form, his normal appearance. But then, say if his hollow / Shinigami side starts taking over, he turns into that. So that means he has like another transformation. While he, like, if like the Quincy part starts taking over, he has like another transformation there, something completely different. Which made me think like, wow, this fight's going to last a lot, like, this fight alone is going to last a lot longer than I thought it would. I mean, no, it's obviously going to be longer than like the other Elite River fights, but knowing that he has like another new transformation, plus he still might have Bankai or Shikai, this fight's going to last a while. Also, he has another transformation. Probably, hopefully, because that'd be awesome. And he says like, since this power is melded together with mine, it'd be a whole lot more convenient if I could draw it at will, but he's still mastering it. He still has like, he can't like pull it out at will, so he was using Yuha's power like, kind of like nudge it away, like force it to come out. And that's why he was like constantly just running at Yuha and like getting whipped into the side of a wall. Well, that's like the entire reason he was doing that. So it pretty much just like takes like one step forward, is instantly like several like meters in front of Orihime. And he says like, don't let up. You need, like, I still need you to keep protecting me, keep healing me and all that stuff. And I kind of thought that was cool because like, I was thinking like the moment Ichigo transformed, I was like, oh, well, he probably doesn't need Orihime now. He's probably just like, well, like when I read this chapter, that's what I thought. It was just kind of like, when I was reading up to this point, it was just kind of like, oh, so he's just kind of like having her protect and heal him while he builds up his power, but he still thinks he needs her. He either thinks that or he's just trying to like be nice and like be like, yeah, Orihime, you're useless now, just go away. And so he starts like charging up, and the roof of the silver just explodes. And apparently that was just from his spiritual pressure coming out of him. Because like, remember, before he transformed into this, his spiritual pressure was like visible. You could see it. It was like coming off of him in like those wave things. But now in this new form, it's so immense that it just like it blows the roof off of the silver. And it would be the worst to have at parties like that. I mean, I guess he technically like blow the roof off of the place. Hilarious. And Yuha just kind of like starts drawing out a sword. And instead of like going at Yuha with like the sword, he just kind of grabs his and then like slashes, like brings the sword down onto him. And that just causes this humongous explosion. And so it's just kind of like with every movement, Ichigo's causing some type of huge explosion, which is very like, it's like a lot like how like not Yuha, Aizen's and Ichigo's fight, because like they were just saying that like swinging the swords at each other, and like every time their swords collided, it would cause a humongous explosion. But that also made me think like, wasn't Ichigo on like Dangai Ichigo's level when he was in his like normal form? I thought that was like what was said, like Ichigo like lost his power, then regained the same power he did with the fight Aizen. I'm pretty sure that was said. But now I'm thinking like, well, maybe that's like that person didn't mean that. Like now they think like they meant like while he's in the, like his transformed states, like in a like super uber hollow Shinigami awesome mode, or in his super Quincy mode that we haven't seen yet, if there is going to be one. Maybe that's what they meant. Like that's how he gets on that same level. But I wouldn't think like that level would be able to like beat Yuha. And it's kind of like, it also doesn't seem like it will be enough, considering Yuha catches his sword. Yeah. And like, if he does have a like a Quincy version of this, which 99%, I'm like 99% sure he does. I just don't want to be like, say like, now it's like, yeah, Ichigo does, just in case I'm wrong, because I don't want to be. It's just like a theory, he probably does have it. And it will be like something completely new. Because like, we've already kind of seen like his hollow form, and he has like similarities to that. So like, what would his Quincy thing be? Would it be like a cool Volt Stang, like he gets like angel wings and like the halo, or will he just like get like white streaks across him now, which would be pretty hard to see considering it's in black and white, and like their skin color is already white because of it being in black and white. So if he had like white streaks, it'd be completely pointless. But Ichigo like jumps away, and he starts charging Getsuga Tensho. Getsuga Tensho, is it? Different approach, same predictable results. Please, come up with like a new technique already. But it turns out, he's fusing something with the Getsuga Tensho. Gran Rey Cero. I do believe I've stopped breathing. Again. I don't think that's healthy. So yeah, Ichigo now has... I'm just kind of happy that he remembered the name, because he only heard that like once when he was fighting Grimmjow. I'm pretty sure the only other Espada that actually used the Gran Rey Cero was like Sayal. Because like Ukiura had like the Cero Ascuras, which was pretty much just a Cero but black. I mean, he didn't even say if it was like stronger or weaker than a normal Cero or the Gran Rey Cero. I mean, but like Grimmjow did say like the Gran Rey Cero was like, this is like specifically the Espada Cero, it's the most powerful. But like Ukiura just kind of, I'm assuming that like the Cero Ascuras is somewhere between like the normal Cero and the Gran Rey Cero, like the middle ground. But yeah, I kind of caught like, well, I'm not the only one who like said like, oh, Ichigo better be like shooting off a Cero or something next chapter. But I mean, kind of called it. I mean, he shot off a Cero Getsuga. Like, what would this even be called? Like, Gran Rey Getsuga Tensho. I mean, like, it's not going to be, because he said like Gran Rey Cero. So like, would be Gran Rey Cero Getsuga, Gran Rey Cero Getsuga Tensho. Someone come up with a cool name for it before the next chapter comes out. Someone needs to do that. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Pretty freaking awesome. So that's the end of the chapter. And yeah, Next chapter, Yuha's probably going to kind of be screwed over by like he's probably just gonna be like missing like half of his body, but then he's just going to be like so like and he's just being like, oh wait, I can do this, and then he's like going to like regrow it. Probably either that or there's just gonna be like blood. He's just gonna be like drenched in blood now. Like with Ichigo turning into this instead of like the Quincy form, pretty much I kind of have like a weird thought about that because like Ichigo's Quincy powers were awakened by him using by like Kurai's gel, like his Ryatsu like hitting it and coming back at him. That's what awakened his Quincy Ryatsu. So if he's like constantly going up against Quincy Ryatsu and like getting like knocked back by it while he's shooting off his, wouldn't that like awaken his Quincy Ryatsu instead? Like nudge that awake instead of like the hollow? I mean, it could probably be, it's like his Ryatsu probably isn't like normal Quincy Ryatsu now since he's like fused with like the Soul King, the left hand, the left hand of the Soul King. Kind of had like a little brain fart right there. I thought, never mind. Yeah, so he's fused with like the Soul King and like the left hand of the Soul King. So he's probably not like his Ryatsu isn't like normal Quincy Ryatsu, but that's like kind of what I thought would happen. But it is a good thing that he turned into like the hollow form, because if you all remember from like way long ago, when they took like when all the captains and like lieutenants took like the Quincy pills, that was like to turn them into like viruses to get like their Bankais back, like from them. So like hollows act like viruses towards the Quincy's. So if he like turned into the Quincy version, he can't be screwed over because that wouldn't really do anything other than make him stronger. At the same time, none of his techniques would really be effective. Unless he like, because he would be more Quincy, but at the same time he'd have Hollow and Shinigami, so I don't know if that would like nullify the effects of like Yuha being able to like, not like, because like if he was just a normal Quincy that wouldn't really do anything against Yuha, but because he has like Hollow in him, would that kind of like make him be able to at least hurt Yuha with the Quincy techniques? If so, I mean that would be pretty cool. I mean, come on, like black arrows being shot from Ichigo that can still hurt Yuha, that'd be awesome. But yeah, it's a good thing he turned into this instead of the Quincy form. Except now I really want to see the Quincy form. Like, will we be like decked out with like Reishi armor? Remember that like Ryukin like mentioned like Quincy armor like almost 200, a little over like 130 chapters ago. Like Ryukin mentioned that. That'd be cool if like that was like Ichigo's Quincy form. Like he got the halo and the angel wings, and then he gets like cool Reishi armor. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's the end of the review. See you guys next time.